Are you unwittingly sabotaging your well-being? Have you ever pondered why some individuals maintain vibrancy, vigor, and robust health well into their golden years, while others grapple with persistent weariness, susceptibility to illness, and deteriorating health? Could the difference lie not merely in chance or inherited traits, but in the seemingly insignificant daily rituals of self-care? Many of us adhere to the same time-honored hygiene practices: showering, brushing, perhaps a touch of lotion, assuming we're checking all the boxes. But consider this startling revelation. There exist 5 often ignored areas of the body that many, particularly those of advanced age, fail to cleanse adequately. And why does this oversight matter? Because neglecting these regions can spark significant health issues, from persistent inflammation to infections that sap your body's natural defenses. Emerging research even hints that inadequate hygiene in these zones might play a role in cardiovascular ailments, complications related to diabetes, and declining cognitive function. Rectifying this demands mere moments each day, yet it can revitalize your energy, enhance blood flow, and even prolong your lifespan. I myself gave little thought to these clandestine hygiene lapses until a conversation with Dr. Emma Harris, a seasoned geriatrician with over 3 decades dedicated to elder care. Her insights profoundly reshaped my perspective on personal cleanliness. Today, I'm eager to share 5 commonly neglected body parts and explain how dedicating just a smidge more attention to them could potentially add years to your life. Rest assured, I'm not advocating for hours spent in the bathroom or splurging on extravagant products. These are simple, pragmatic techniques, requiring only minutes per day, yet their impact on your health could be transformative. Stay with me until the end, because upon mastering these 5 pivotal areas, you'll likely observe tangible improvements: fresher breath, enhanced equilibrium, diminished aches, and even improved sleep. Before we delve in, please do me a small favor. If you value your health and desire more advice like this, click the like button. It encourages me to provide more valuable content. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe and activate notifications so you never miss a potentially life-enhancing video. Now, let's embark on this journey, beginning with one of the most surprising, yet frequently disregarded parts of your body, your tongue, a silent health hazard you likely haven't considered. Picture this: you meticulously clean your kitchen daily, wiping counters, scrubbing the sink, and removing waste. But what if I revealed that a surface within your home is accumulating layers of dirt, microbes, and food particles, and you're completely overlooking it? That's precisely what transpires inside your mouth when you neglect to properly cleanse your tongue. Your tongue transcends being merely a muscle for eating and speaking. It's a haven for bacteria. It harbors over 700 distinct types of microorganisms, some beneficial, but many that can wreak havoc on your health if left unchecked. Here's where the stakes rise. Harmful bacteria from your tongue can infiltrate your bloodstream through minor cuts or inflamed gums, a common occurrence among older adults. Poor tongue hygiene has been associated with cardiovascular disease, diabetic complications, and even respiratory infections. A coated tongue can diminish your sense of taste, weaken your immune system, and trigger persistent bad breath. Consider your tongue akin to an air filter in your home's ventilation system. Neglect cleaning it, and dust and debris accumulate, ultimately polluting the air circulating within your home. The good news: maintaining a clean tongue is effortless, swift, and requires no costly implements. The proper way to clean your tongue. Here's a quick, effective routine to keep your tongue healthy. Employ a tongue scraper. This inexpensive tool, readily available at any pharmacy, surpasses brushing alone in effectiveness. Gently scrape from the back to the front of your tongue. Avoid applying excessive pressure. Envision it as wiping down a dusty surface. Aim for thoroughness, not aggression. Repeat 3 to 4 times. You'll often observe a thin white or yellowish film being removed. This comprises bacteria and dead cells you don't want within your body. Rinse with water or an antibacterial mouthwash to eliminate any lingering residue. Timing is critical. Morning. Perform this before breakfast to eliminate overnight bacterial buildup. Night. Be gentler and more deliberate before retiring, as your tongue may be more sensitive after a full day's use. This simple 3-minute habit can yield unexpected health benefits. The surprising benefits of tongue cleaning. Restore your sense of taste. Many older adults report that, after only a few weeks of tongue cleaning, flavors become more vivid and enjoyable once again. Imagine savoring your morning coffee or fresh fruit as you once did. Fortify your immune system. Your body tirelessly defends against bacteria. By reducing the bacterial load in your mouth, you ease the burden on your immune system, freeing up energy for other processes. Bid farewell to bad breath. Chronic bad breath, or halitosis, often stems from bacteria trapped on the tongue. Brushing alone won't resolve it, but cleaning your tongue will. Consider Linda, a 67-year-old retiree who began tongue scraping after years of neglect. Within 3 months, she was astonished by the enhanced taste of her food. She hadn't realized how much she'd lost. At her subsequent dental appointment, her dentist noted reduced plaque, build-up, and healthier gums. Then there's Theodore, a 71-year-old retired educator who had struggled with bad breath for years. Despite diligently brushing and flossing, nothing proved effective. He was skeptical when I suggested tongue scraping, but after just 2 weeks, his problem vanished. He no longer worried about social interactions, and his confidence soared. Tips to simplify. If you have a sensitive gag reflex, begin by scraping from the middle of your tongue and gradually move backward as you become more comfortable. Watch for unusual signs. Should you observe persistent soreness, white patches, or discoloration, consult your physician. These could indicate an underlying issue warranting attention. Small, deliberate habits like these can have far-reaching effects, enhancing your long-term well-being in unexpected ways. And the best part, this is merely the first of 5 overlooked hygiene habits that could add years to your life. Are you prepared for the next one? Stay with me, because the next body part is even more surprising and vital for your health. Your feet, the foundation of your health that you might be neglecting. Pause for a moment and consider all that your feet accomplish for you each day. They bear your weight, facilitate movement, and provide balance. Yet, for most individuals, foot care is an afterthought, a quick rinse in the shower, perhaps a dab of lotion if remembered. However, what many fail to recognize is that neglecting proper foot hygiene can lead to infections, nerve damage, and even life-altering conditions such as diabetic complications. Inadequate foot care impacts your circulation, balance, and mobility, predisposing you to falls, swelling, and persistent pain. For individuals over 50, foot health is inextricably linked to overall well-being. Dr. Emma Harris, a specialist in geriatric health, aptly puts it, "Your feet are akin to the foundation of a house. If the base is weak or crumbling, everything above it, your posture, your joints, even your heart health, begins to suffer. Therefore, let's prioritize giving your feet the attention they deserve before minor issues escalate into major problems. Why foot care becomes increasingly crucial with age. Your feet are intricate structures. Each foot comprises 26 bones, 33 joints, and over 100 muscles, tendons, and ligaments, accounting for a quarter of all the bones in your body. However, as we age, circulation naturally diminishes, meaning your feet often manifest the earliest indications of trouble. Swelling or perpetually cold toes could signal poor circulation or cardiovascular problems. Redness, paleness, or skin alterations could be early harbingers of diabetic complications or even nerve damage. Aching or burning sensations might denote neuropathy, which can impair balance and movement. If you have diabetes, foot care transcends mere comfort. It's about averting infections, ulcers, and even amputations. What then is the solution? The proper way to care for your feet. Daily. Most assume that simply standing in the shower suffices, but that's inadequate. You must be deliberate about foot hygiene. Wash your feet thoroughly each day. Employ a soft washcloth and mild soap to gently cleanse the tops, soles, and sides of your feet. Pay particular attention to the spaces between your toes. This is where bacteria and fungus thrive. Consider it akin to cleaning window blinds. If you neglect to wipe between each slat, dust and grime accumulate. Your toes are the same. Use warm, not hot, water. Hot water can dehydrate the skin, rendering it more susceptible to cracks and infections. Don't rush. Sit comfortably. A shower chair at the edge of your tub, or even a small stool can facilitate this. Once your feet are clean, don't stop there, because what you do next matters just as much. Drying your feet. The step. Most skip, but shouldn't. Now that your feet are clean, you might presume you're finished, but washing is merely half the battle. Picture this. You've just completed washing a sink full of dishes. Would you stack them away while still wet, allowing moisture to linger in dark corners? Of course not. That trapped water would foster mold and bacterial growth. Your feet function similarly. If you leave them damp, particularly between your toes, you're inviting trouble. Just ask Thomas, a 73-year-old retiree who learned this lesson the hard way. For years, he believed rinsing his feet in the shower was sufficient. Then, he began noticing a subtle discoloration between his toes that persisted. A visit to the doctor confirmed what he never anticipated: a fungal infection. Like many older adults, Thomas's feet spent hours each day confined within socks and shoes, a warm, moist environment, ideal for bacteria and fungi to flourish. His doctor cautioned that, without proper drying, the infection could spread and even lead to painful cracks or sores. The good news: once Thomas committed to washing and thoroughly drying his feet each evening, his infection cleared up within weeks. Even more remarkably, his balance improved. The nagging discomfort he felt while walking vanished. His feet felt stronger, healthier, and more stable, imbuing him with a renewed sense of independence. The proper way to dry your feet. Most people err here. Use a soft, clean towel. After washing, use a dedicated foot towel and dry every part of your feet, tops, bottoms, and especially between your toes. Be meticulous. Lift each toe slightly and dab gently but firmly. Avoid rubbing aggressively. The objective is to eliminate every trace of moisture. Never leave your feet damp. Moisture trapped between your toes fosters the ideal conditions for fungal infections, like athlete's foot. Once your feet are completely dry, you're not quite done yet. The final step: moisturize, but with precision. As we age, the skin on our feet loses moisture more rapidly, resulting in cracks, peeling, and discomfort, particularly in winter or dry climates. Apply a small amount of moisturizer to the tops and soles of your feet. Massage it in to keep your skin supple and prevent painful cracks, but never apply lotion between your toes. Why? Because trapped moisture in these confined spaces can negate all your efforts and encourage fungal growth. Think of it as a balancing act. Hydration where needed, dryness where necessary. Your feet, the early warning system for your health. Beyond cleaning and drying, there's one more crucial habit: daily foot inspection. Similar to the dashboard lights in your car, your feet can signal early signs of larger health issues. Dedicate a moment each day to check for new patches of discoloration, redness, pale skin, or dark spots, persistent soreness that lingers longer than usual, small cuts, cracks, or sores that don't heal promptly, swelling, cold toes, or tingling sensations. These could be subtle indicators of serious problems like poor circulation, infections, or diabetes-related complications. Don't dismiss them. If something appears amiss or simply feels wrong, consult your doctor. Early detection can prevent long-term damage. Your feet carry you through life, so care for them. Now that we've addressed foot hygiene, let's transition to another body part that most people neglect and why it might be affecting your overall health more than you think. Your armpits, more than just sweat and odor, a hidden key to your immune health. Many view their armpits as merely a spot requiring deodorant, a place to mask sweat and odor before venturing out. But here's what nearly everyone fails to realize. Your underarms perform a vital role in your body's capacity to detoxify and combat infections. That's correct. Your armpits are more than just a sweaty nuisance. They house a network of lymph nodes, small yet potent structures responsible for filtering toxins, draining waste, and maintaining a robust immune system. What transpires when you neglect them? Sweat, bacteria, and dead skin cells accumulate, clogging pores and leading to itchy rashes, irritation, and odor that persists despite deodorant application. Over time, residue from antiperspirants and deodorant can accumulate, trapping toxins and even contributing to lymph node inflammation. If left unchecked, clogged pores in your underarms can evolve into painful infections or even abscesses, problems that demand far more effort to rectify than they do to prevent. Your underarms, a natural drainage system. Helen Carter, an expert in lymphatic health, explains it simply. Your underarms function as a natural drainage system. If they become clogged with product buildup, bacteria, and sweat, your body struggles to efficiently eliminate waste. Over time, this can weaken your immune response. If you've been neglecting proper underarm care, relying solely on deodorant to do the work, it's time for a change. How to properly clean your underarms. Most people err here. Commence in the shower with the warm water. This helps to open your pores, facilitating the removal of sweat and debris. Employ a soft washcloth or gentle sponge. Your underarm skin is delicate, so avoid scrubbing too vigorously. Move in various directions, circular motions first, then up and down, then side to side, akin to polishing a fragile piece of crystal. This ensures thorough removal of buildup without irritating your skin. Select the right soap. Harsh, heavily scented soaps can disrupt your skin's natural balance. Instead, opt for a mild, fragrance-free cleanser to prevent rashes and irritation. Rinse completely. Soap residue left behind can dehydrate the skin, leading to itching and discomfort. Ensure you rinse until the water runs clear. For Olivia, a 65-year-old retired educator, skipping this additional step resulted in years of recurrent underarm rashes. She assumed it was a normal part of aging, but after switching to a mild, unscented soap and a more deliberate washing routine, she witnessed a remarkable transformation. I used to constantly contend with irritated, bumpy skin, she recalls, but once I learned to wash my underarms properly and rinse thoroughly, it was like night and day. Those issues simply vanished. The proper way to dry and care for your underarms, why it matters more than you think. Once you've properly washed and rinsed your underarms, the subsequent step is equally important, but often overlooked: drying them correctly. If you've ever tossed damp clothes into a hamper and forgotten about them, you know the outcome. They develop a musty odor and foster bacterial growth. The same occurs if moisture lingers beneath your arms after a shower. Why is this a problem? Damp skin creates an ideal environment for bacteria and fungi to thrive. Residual moisture can lead to irritation, redness, and even rashes. Clogged pores in your underarms can cause painful bumps, ingrown hairs, or infections. The fix: dry with care. Step out of the shower and gently pat your underarms dry. Avoid rubbing aggressively, as that can cause minuscule abrasions where bacteria can settle. Use a soft, clean towel. As with your feet, dedicating a towel for sensitive areas helps prevent the spread of bacteria. Allow your underarms to air out for a moment before reaching for deodorant. Why? This brief pause allows your skin to settle, reducing the risk of irritation and helping your deodorant function more effectively. Once dry, you might already observe a difference. Your underarm skin feels smoother, less irritated, and fresher. Why underarm hygiene? Impacts. Your overall health. Here's a fascinating fact. Your armpits house over 20 lymph nodes, quietly working to filter toxins and support your immune system. This means underarm hygiene transcends mere freshness. It's a small yet potent method to safeguard your body's defenses. Try this routine for just 1 week, and you might be surprised by the results. Smoother underarm skin, free from clogged pores and rough texture, less irritation and redness, since bacteria and sweat buildup won't have the opportunity to linger. A noticeable reduction in body odor, because when you eliminate the bacteria responsible for it, there's nothing left to fuel unpleasant smells. Olivia, the 65-year-old retired educator, was astonished by the difference proper underarm care made in her daily comfort. After enduring years of irritation and bumps, she finally experienced relief, all from a simple adjustment to her hygiene routine. Something even more intriguing: some individuals report an overall boost in well-being simply by paying closer attention to their underarms. Why? Because your lymphatic system, the body's natural detox network, relies on clear pathways to function effectively. When your underarm area is clogged with sweat, bacteria, and product buildup, your body must work harder to flush out toxins. However, when you care for this area, your body's natural cleansing process improves, leading to increased energy, enhanced circulation, and a lighter, fresher sensation overall. Breathe better. Live better. The hidden impact of nasal hygiene. We take roughly 20,000 breaths daily, but how often do we contemplate the quality of those breaths? Breathing is automatic. It happens effortlessly, without conscious thought. But here's the truth. Most individuals aren't breathing as optimally as they could be, and over time, poor breathing can drain your energy, disrupt your sleep, and even impact your brain function. Your nose is one of the most powerful natural air filters on the planet, designed to sift out dust, allergens, and harmful bacteria before they reach your lungs. Just as the air filter in your home needs periodic cleaning or replacement, your nasal passages require upkeep as well. What transpires when you neglect your nose? Microscopic irritants, dust, pollen, and pollutants accumulate, making it more difficult for your body to filter out harmful particles. Your airways become inflamed, leading to frequent stuffy noses, snoring, and even restless sleep. Poor nasal hygiene has been associated with higher rates of respiratory infections and even diminished oxygen flow to the brain. Consider this: if your nose isn't functioning at full capacity, neither is the rest of your body. Your nose, the ultimate defense system. Helen Carter, a respiratory health expert, describes it this way: your nose is like a built-in security system for your body. It filters out the bad, humidifies the air you breathe, and ensures your lungs receive the cleanest, healthiest oxygen possible. But just like any filter, if it becomes clogged, everything downstream suffers. As we age, our body's natural defenses diminish. This underscores the importance of maintaining clean nasal passages, not just for comfort, but for improved breathing, better sleep, and enhanced overall health. What, then, is the best way to care for your nose? How to properly clean your nose, and why it matters more than you think. Commence your day with a gentle nasal rinse. A quick splash of warm water around your nostrils can aid in clearing away overnight dust and mucus built up. Employ a saline spray or a neti pot for deeper cleaning. Saline sprays are akin to a refreshing shower for your nose, assisting in flushing out irritants and improving airflow. A neti pot can be transformative if you suffer from seasonal allergies or frequent congestion. Inhale steam to open up your airways. Taking a warm shower or inhaling steam from a bowl of hot water can loosen stubborn mucus and facilitate easier breathing. Adding a few drops of eucalyptus or peppermint oil can elevate the experience, soothing your nasal passages and instantly refreshing your breathing. Be mindful of how you blow your nose. Many individuals blow too forcefully, which can inadvertently force mucus deeper into the sinuses, leading to irritation and pressure. The best method: gently clear one nostril at a time into a soft tissue, then wash your hands thoroughly to keep germs at bay. The life-changing benefits of better nasal care. When you begin to prioritize your nasal hygiene, you might notice some surprising benefits almost immediately. Clearer breathing, less congestion, fewer sniffles, and improved airflow throughout the day. Deeper, more restful sleep, no more waking up stuffy and fewer interruptions from snoring. Improved energy levels. More oxygen reaching your brain equates to less brain fog and increased alertness. Fewer allergy flare-ups. Regular nasal care helps keep irritants out of your system before they trigger problems. Consider James, a 69-year-old retired construction worker who endured chronic congestion for decades. I spent years assuming my stuffy nose was just a part of aging, he confessed. But once I started using a saline spray and inhaling steam each morning, it was like someone flipped a switch. I could finally breathe again. Then there's Bella, a 76-year-old gardening enthusiast who consistently woke up feeling stuffy and sluggish. It felt like my head was full of cotton every morning, she recounted, but once I incorporated nasal care into my routine, I started waking up refreshed instead of groggy. I never realized how much my breathing was affecting my energy. Breathe easier, the simple habit that can transform your sleep and energy. If you've ever tossed and turned at night, waking up feeling stuffy and unable to breathe clearly, you're not alone. Many attribute it to allergies, aging, or mere misfortune. But the truth is, your nightly congestion could be completely preventable. Take James, a 69-year-old retired construction worker who spent decades inhaling sawdust and grime on job sites. For years, he assumed his persistent stuffy nose was simply a consequence of aging. I figured congestion was normal for my age, he admitted. But when I started waking up, gasping for air every couple of hours, I knew something wasn't right. That's when he made one small adjustment, incorporating a simple nasal cleaning routine into his mornings and nights. It was like flipping a switch. I could finally breathe again. I didn't realize how much congestion was dragging me down until it was gone. James isn't alone. Bella, a 76-year-old gardening enthusiast, swears by her daily saline rinse. Every morning, I used to wake up feeling like my head was stuffed with cotton, she shared. Now, after using a simple saline spray, it's like a fog has lifted. I breathe easier, and I feel more awake. How to clear your nasal passages the right way. Maintaining a clean nose is one of the easiest methods to improve breathing, sleep quality, and even energy levels. Here's how to do it correctly. Commence your day with a quick rinse. Splash warm water around your nostrils in the morning to wash away overnight dust and mucus buildup. Employ a saline spray or rinse. A saline spray acts like a refreshing shower for your nose, flushing out allergens and opening up your airways. If you require something stronger, try a neti pot, a small teapot-like device that utilizes a saline solution to fully cleanse your sinuses. First-timers describe using a neti pot as a breath of fresh air in the most literal sense. Blow your nose the right way. Most individuals err by pinching both nostrils and blowing hard. This forces mucus deeper into your sinuses, exacerbating congestion. Instead, gently blow one nostril at a time into a soft tissue. Then wash your hands thoroughly to prevent the spread of germs. Try a steam treatment. Step into a warm shower, inhale deeply, and allow the steam to loosen up mucus naturally. For an even deeper cleanse, position your face over a bowl of hot water. Drape a towel over your head to trap the steam and breathe in slowly. Want to elevate it to the next level? Add a few drops of eucalyptus or peppermint oil. The cooling sensation instantly opens your airways and facilitates effortless breathing. Combat nasal dryness. As we age, the delicate skin inside our noses can dehydrate and crack, particularly in cold weather or dry climates. A tiny dab of natural oil, such as coconut oil or vitamin E, applied with a clean finger or cotton swab, can keep your nasal passages moisturized and comfortable. This simple habit requires mere minutes per day, but the benefits are substantial. Clearer breathing, less congestion, fewer sniffles, more restful sleep, no more waking up stuffy and exhausted, better energy levels, more oxygen equates to less fatigue and brain fog, fewer allergy flare-ups, irritants are flushed out before they trigger problems. The smallest change that can make a big difference. It's remarkable how something as minor as cleaning your belly button can exert such a noticeable influence on your overall hygiene and comfort. However, it makes logical sense. Our bodies are intricate, interconnected systems, and even the smallest overlooked areas can generate ripple effects on our well-being. Jane, a 78-year-old retiree, never dedicated much thought to her belly button, but she invariably detected a faint, musty odor she couldn't quite pinpoint. I kept thinking it was my clothes, my soap, or even my diet, she confessed. Then I started making belly button cleaning part of my daily routine, and the smell disappeared completely. And that's not all. The skin surrounding my stomach also began feeling softer and healthier. This isn't uncommon. As we age, hormonal shifts, medications, and slower skin cell turnover can subtly affect our body's natural scent and skin health. A small, deliberate habit such as this can restore freshness and prevent discomfort in ways you might never expect. When to take extra caution, warning signs to watch for. While regular cleaning is often sufficient to keep your belly button fresh and problem-free, it's invariably prudent to pay attention to any unusual changes. Consult a doctor if you notice persistent redness or irritation. It could be an early sign of an infection. Unusual discharge or itching may indicate a bacterial or fungal issue. Pain that doesn't subside, particularly if you have a history of piercings, as old piercings can develop hidden infections years later. For individuals with diabetes or weakened immune systems, small infections can escalate swiftly if left untreated. That's why a simple daily cleanse can serve as an easy yet powerful line of defense. Have a pierced belly button? Here's what you need to know. Even if your belly button piercing healed years ago, it's still not maintenance-free. Why? Jewelry can trap bacteria, sweat, and dead skin cells, causing irritation or even infection. A piercing hole never fully closes. It remains a small pocket where buildup can accumulate. If you have a piercing, dedicate an extra moment each day to gently clean around the jewelry with warm water and mild soap. Dry it completely to prevent moisture from settling in the piercing. Check for redness or sensitivity. These are early indications of buildup or infection. Small changes, big payoff. Who would have imagined that 5 overlooked body parts could exert such a profound impact on your health, hygiene, and confidence? From your tongue to your feet, your armpits, nose, and even your belly button. These tiny, easy-to-implement habits can reduce infections and irritation, boost circulation and immune health, and help you feel fresher, cleaner, and more energized every day. Now it's your turn. What was the most surprising thing you learned today? Drop a comment below and let me know which of these habits you will start adding to your routine. And if you found these tips helpful, hit the like button and subscribe for more simple, science-backed ways to live your best life. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.